Okay, now today I'm going to show you a quick way of restoring your system to the state it was before you started messing with it. So we're going to restore the full stock ROM, stock recovery, as well as we're going to restore the original image of the boot image, and also relock the bootloader. This is all because I've got a lot of questions regarding some of the procedures, some of the basic stuff, so I decided to shoot some videos showing just how to do different things basically from scratch. So let's start off with this quick procedure. What I'm going to do is show you just what I'm running at the moment, and I'm running a custom ROM which is called Maximus HD, and this is version 2.1, and as you can see, that particular custom ROM has the ability to do over-the-air updates. Some of the people that I mailed with, they already been told by me that there are two types of over-the-air updates. One is the type you get the official stuff from HTC or your carrier, and the other one is like this, which is a update of a custom ROM, which is quite cool. So I'm going to say that I don't want it. I'm going to just go back and start the whole thing with go into bootloader, and bootloader unfortunately will load into, if you're just wondering what that thing was, that little icon is a small free app that you can download from the Google Play Store, and it's called Quick Boot Reboot. I also have a video on this in my channel, so you can just check it out. Anyways, what we want to go, I'm going to go back over here and go into recovery, and obviously the crucial thing about this procedure is that you already have a backup of your stock ROM, and I mentioned it before, I'm going to mention it again. As soon as you install custom recovery on your phone, the first thing you should do is a backup. Just to be on the safe side, have a ROM backup. If you screw up anything, you'll be able to revert all the changes. And since most of the HTC X ones are S on, that means that you cannot really mess up the core of the system, which allows you to restore the ROM and other images. So if you transfer that backup from your phone to your PC, you can put it back onto your phone by going into mounts and storage, and then going to mount USB drive. I'm just going to show you how it works so that we have the whole thing covered. Right now my computer recognized my device as a storage thing. Oh my god, it's opening in another window. Right, so this is pretty much it. So if you have your backup, you gotta put it in exactly this folder, which is clockwork mode, and then into backup, and it has to have this kind of naming pattern, which goes into date and then time. The backup that I'm gonna do is actually this one. So as you can see, I already have it here, which is that. So I'm not going to copy because it's a pretty heavy thing. It's over 1 GB, so I'm not going to do it, not waste your time. It's already on my phone. So the next thing you have to do is just make sure you do have a backup of your own over there as well. I'm just going to close that and go back to my phone. And basically I will unplug it from my computer. So what we want to do is that before restoring the original image from your of your original system, it's really good. Actually, it's mandatory to do a full wipe. So I'm going to wipe factory or restore factory settings, which is going to wipe all the information of the system, then the cache partition again, and in advanced wipe Dalvik cache. This is pretty much the same thing that I did when I was flashing the latest update for our devices. So right now the whole device is cleared, and we can go and back up what we've done. Restore, obviously, what we have here. You don't see it on the screen, but the first choice from the top is exactly what I'm looking for, and then I just click yes. Now this is going to take a couple of minutes, but I just want to show you exactly how it looks and how long it takes. So sometimes people ask or may wonder whether the time it's needed, is it really that long, or why is it taking so long, or maybe something is stuck or hanging. It does take a little bit. If I go silent, this is because there's not much to talk about. Anyways, so all we have to do right now is wait patiently for the backup to be restored, and once it is restored, it's basically the telephone is back to the same state as it was in the state while doing the backup. It's not very wise what I said, but if you already had some applications installed on the phone, or you had some kind of contacts in your phone book, or I don't know, pictures in your in the library over there somewhere in the system. I'm not talking about the SD card. Or you did some custom, I don't know, you changed the wallpaper, whatever. Whenever this is done, this restoring is complete, then your phone will look exactly that way. So another hint I might say is, if you want to keep the initial backup as clean as possible, just do it. You may want to do a backup with titanium backup, and then restore the factory defaults. And once the system is completely clear and without any applications, without any accounts and all that kind of stuff, then do a backup with your custom recovery. Anyways, so right now what we have is the system restored to a very old version. Actually, as I said, this is the one that I was running was Maximus HD 21, which is Android 4.2.2, which is the latest one so far. Now the system that we restored at the moment is really old, 4.0.4, and that also means that the boot image has changed. So what you need to do is update or revert to the old boot image. So what we do at this point, I can do a system reboot, doesn't really matter. I will have to force it to shut down when it tries to boot up. So holding power down, yep, and then volume down really quickly and power again, so we can go into Fastboot. This is what we need. So I'm going to Fastboot on the phone. The battery is low, that's pretty bad. Now let's see if you can pull it. Oops. Pull it off. Alright. Now on the computer, I'm going to do something which is also very good. Coming back 1 second. As you can see, I have two folders over here. One contains stock boot image, which is over here, that one over here. And this boot image is a file that was extracted or actually taken out from this folder. So this folder over here is the folder of your backup made with custom recovery, and it contains several images, and the boot image is one of them. So I copied that boot image from there over here, and I did it just because, oops, and I did that just because there is a nice script over here that will flash that boot image straight to the telephone. So without further ado, here we go. There's a command prompt again. Well, again, first time today. Anyways, everything is set. Telephone is connected. We're good to go. Okay, so the image was flashed over to the phone. So now we're pretty cool and pretty good to reboot the system and see if the whole process was completed correctly. So if we were able to bring back the very old version of Android on this phone. So I'll take a little bit. Oh, there we go. As some of you that saw my other videos know that this HTC that I have is a T-Mobile branded, so that's it. And apparently it's booting quite well so far. There was the quick vibration of the phone, so I suppose we're pretty okay. Right, I even have the network here, so I mean the Wi-Fi, because apparently that's how it was. So, all right, this is well, actually it's in Polish, so you have to excuse me for that. But I guess we can change it really quickly. I'll see that thing up there. I'll just let me change the language to English so that you can guys take a quick look what's going on. All right, so I just okay, so I just reverted back to an old version of 404, and there was or is still an update for T-Mobile for my country, that there's an update over the air for this telephone. So let me just quickly go over here and show you what I'm running. Okay, so as you can see, 404, really old, but I already have information over here. Don't really know why it's in Polish, that we have some updates available. Okay, this is a small one. So I'm gonna just skip that. Yeah, all right. Because what I want you to show, what I want you to see, and what I want to show you is that we haven't done it all the way. This is still with custom recovery on it, and it has a unlocked bootloader, so we want to just change that. So okay, first thing, I'm going to make sure that the Fastboot option is off. It is. So I'm going to unplug the phone. Not very wise. I'm going to turn it off. And the next thing I'm going to do is flash the stock recovery. Again, on the screen of my computer you can see, just let me put it into the recovery once again. Happens all the time. There we go. Okay, so did I say recovery? I meant the bootloader for now, because right now I'm going to go into Fastboot actually. So on my computer screen you can see another folder over here, which is flash recovery, and this recovery is the over here, that image. This comes from the original stock ROM. You cannot actually pull it from this file. Let me just back up. You see, this recovery is actually a recovery, a custom recovery. So it's not the stock one. The stock one can be found in various places on the internet. Perhaps I'll be able to paste the link for that as well if you want to. As you can see, this is an old version 2.17. This is the HTC version. All right. Anyways, to make it really easy, there is another script for flashing your recovery over here. So what I'm going to do is just plug in that cable again, and when my computer recognizes the device, and there we have it, I'm just going to click that script, familiar looking window, pressing OK, and then we have it. So to show you how it looks, I just backed up and I'll see if I can boot into recovery. Now the recovery that should boot is actually the recovery that we just flashed. So let's see what happens. Should look a little bit different from the custom recovery, which is completely fine. Oh, there you are. So okay. The reason what happened is that if you use stock recovery, the recovery basically has one function, and it's looking for an update file, basically, which is the over-the-air updates from HTC or a carrier. If it cannot find it, it will display an icon like this, a message like this. So we're quite good. We're one step away from restoring the factory state of the telephone. The only thing we have left to do is to lock the bootloader. So okay, so I just forced it to close. Okay, so it just reset. Let me force it again. Okay, power down. Volume down, power on, and there we are. All right, now I'm gonna go to Fastboot because it has to be done in Fastboot, and I'm plugged in again. My computer should recognize it in a minute. Okay, and now basically you can do it in two ways. One is through the all-in-one kit. It actually has a cool thing to relock the bootloader, so you can do that from this kit, which is pretty neat because the only thing you have to do is just press the button. Or you can find, let's say, over here in the Fastboot folder, we'll find something that's called ADB.exe and Fastboot Windows exe. To be honest, you can do it with a command as well. So you press Shift and then right click and open command window here, which obviously opens somewhere else a little bit. So what you can do is just take this, copy it to your copy it to your clipboard, and then paste it and write OEM lock. Should work. Yep, it did. As you can see, the telephone just restarted. I'm just gonna grab it and turn it off again. and go into bootloader once more. Now, yep, you should see that the pink thing at the top says at the moment relocked. So we're quite successful, I can say, because this means that we just relocked the bootloader, we have restored original ROM, and we have restored original recovery plus the boot image. So this phone, except for that it says relocked instead of locked, is in a state like it came out of the factory or from the carrier, whatever, just like straight from the box. And what it means is that you cannot flash any custom ROM at this point, but what you can do is be very happy and use the original official over-the-air updates that come from HTC or that come from your carrier. So as for the windows you can see on the screen, I'm going to shut down the command prompt, which is not needed anymore. And let me just tell you again, the same option would be, instead of typing the command, you would be able to just select this and click do command, and it will relock the bootloader again the same way. So I suppose that's it for this video. I'm going to prepare a few more just to explain you what are the differences and problems with over-the-air updates, and why it sometimes works, why it doesn't work in other situations, and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned. Thanks for today. Bye.